to speak, to go out there and vote. How did you find election 2024?
It was an interesting one. We knew we were winning. We knew the Ghanaian people were going to give us the mandates. We knew we were going to win with a large margin. Even no one knew.
You knew you were going to win with a large margin.
Yes.
I see.
Because anytime there is a free and fair election, the NDC wins. Anytime there's a free and fair election, the NDC wins.
Was the election fair in 2000 or not? The NDC was in power.
We lost.
Was it free?
In 2000.
In 2000. Was it free?
Happened. I mean, we're just moving out from an era from 92 to 2000. We're moving out of an era of military regime. People still saw Jerry Rawlings as a soldier man, and people still felt that that 8-year period was still a military regime.
No, but,
so we're
but
moving out of that.
Straight to the question.
But from 2000,
that specifically,
absolutely. From
every time
there's a free and fair election,
and I'm asking you, in 2000, was it free? Was it fair?
In 2000, the election. The NPP came on board with so many things, and they did a lot of things. So take it from 2000. In 2004.
So the 2000 election was stolen?
Take it from 2000.
Was it stolen?
In 2004. I'm saying that in 2000, the dynamics were different because people still saw the 8-year term of the NDC as being some sort of a military regime, and people still felt that Jerry was in charge and what have you. But from 2000, people felt, okay, we had civilians contesting election in this country. So in 2000, we had civilians. In 2004, we had civilians. In 2008, we had civilians. 2012, civilians, till date. So if you want to use the 2092 to 2000 election as a basis, you'll get it wrong because the dynamics were different. And that is why even in 1992, the NPP boycotted the election, some part of it, because they still felt that the soldiers were in charge and there was a military regime and all of that. But after 2000, anytime there is vigilance, anytime things are done right, the NDC wins. And so we usually have two things to do in every campaigning period. We have to campaign to the people, we have to share our policies, and we have to remain vigilant.
Let me ask you,
that is what we did in this election.
Were things not done right or well in 2016 when the NDC lost, the last time you lost?
In 2016, the system shut down. Charlotte was saying, confirmed that the system was hacked. You knew about that.
There was a shutdown.
It affected. In 2016, it affected the results. We know why we say that, because our internal research unit pointed out to the fact that the systems were hacked, the system was shut down, the EC confirmed it, and a lot of things happened behind the scenes.
That shutdown was not enough to have changed the results. Not my opinion.
And I'm saying that was the EC boss herself confirmed that her systems were hacked.
Yes, but did she say?
Yes.
Never did she say that it had impacted the elections to the point where...
We say it had impacted the elections.
So say that the NDC is saying...
I just said our research unit said it had impacted the election. But the EC said the systems were hacked and confirmed that.
No, that's the point I'm making. No one is disputing that.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making.
Even in an organization, you can have a hack.
Absolutely.
It can be a root hack that destroys everything.
And we
a minor hack.
And we are saying that in 2016, as a result of the systems being hacked, it affected the election results based on our research. And that was why we set up a team, the Kwesi report, to the Kwesi committee, to go around and ascertain why we lost the election. At the end of the day, we realized that even the EC systems that were tampered with had an impact on our election results.
Okay, so...
We fought hard, we worked on it, we came back in 2020, and 2020, the election was rigged again. In 2024, have you heard anyone say the elections were rigged? The NDC has won with 1%.
But you had been beating the rigging drum, Dr. Tanko, your deputy head of IT, had been here talking about that. In fact, he brought a book, How to Rig an Election.
Yes,
I remember he brought it here, shared a copy with
100%.
A lot of you had spoken 100%. About rigging. So if you felt that the system was apt now, why were you still beating the drum of...
The EC's register was audited, and close to 1 million duplications were taken out. On my phone, I have about 210,000 duplications that were on the register. And that was why we were fighting
How did you
for an
come about
audit.
this?
It's simple. You take the register, just open the register, go to a constituency. You realize that one person's name has been repeated in polling station A, it's been repeated in polling station B. And what that meant was that person could have voted in A and voted in B. And that was why a lot of times we had a lot of vote pardon occurring because you find out that you have a total population of 500 voters here. They finish voting and you find 700 papers in the box. It was upset. And so we thought that no, we needed to scrutinize the register. When we did, we took out close to 500,000 duplications. That's how come we won the election. So in 2020, we lost the election by about 500,000 votes. We didn't understand that. But after the audit, we realized that, yes, we were right. And if you remember, when we were calling for an audit of the register from the Electoral Commission, they told us to give them some time to provide it, the final register. Give us some time. From the time of the provisional register to the time of the final register, they realized that a lot of things ought to have been done. Look, in Kaswa, I forgot the name of the polling station. It existed in 2023 register where we voted in the district assembly election, but was absent in the 2024 register. Over 500 people who used to vote at that polling station just went into thin air. What could that have meant? That meant that we had fake polling stations for the first time. Now we won a Wutu Senya East. That had never occurred in the history of this country.
So you think it is some machination,
absolutely,
manipulation that in the past.
In the past, that made us lose elections.
Apart from these that
That's
you
right.
talk about, the duplications that you're able to sift.
That's right.
What other measures did you put in place to counter this alleged attempt at rigging?
Number 2, vigilance at the polling stations. We made sure that, in fact, on the election day, we discovered over 1 million ballot papers thumb-printed in the Ashanti region. Our national organizer, Joseph Yamin, discovered that 1 million. Imagine 1 million papers going.
Wait, does this have to do with the claim about a certain room where people were? Because that couldn't be substantiated.
No, but
or is this a different incident?
The incident, I don't know which incident you're talking about, but what I'm speaking about are 1 million ballot papers thumb-printed for Dr. Baumia in a room. Our national organizer discovered it and reported it to the police.
I heard something about that and sample whatever ballots and all of that. But what happened to
in this one?
Those
it's been reported to the police. It's been taken to police custody, and there are investigations ongoing in that. If we hadn't mounted vigilance at the polling stations, 1 million ballot papers would have gone into the box. The NDC would have lost, and Ghanaians would come say, no, I voted for you. I voted for you. 1.6 million Ghanaians will say, I voted for you. I voted for you. Yet we are in opposition. And so all these years, we've had a system in place that continuously rigged election in favor of our opponents. I'm saying, and I'll repeat on this platform, anytime we have a free and fair election, the NDC will win. If one mark my words here,
you're taking 2,000 out. You're taking 2,000.
I am saying, absolutely.
I don't know what you would say about.
I just explained that to you.
What is interesting is that all the way up to about 2008 and beyond,
yes,
you had a certain Dr. Afarijan,
that's right,
who had given elections.
That's right.
When I say give, not
that's
that
right.
he decided.
That's right.
Ghanaians voted for the NDC 92, 96. He declared that you had won. 2000, you lost. He declared you had lost. 2004, you lost. 2008, you came back.
Today,
and then through elections, I have seen Malik. Let's have a conversation.
Yes.
I have seen. I've forgotten. I don't know whether it was Dr. Nyahunya Otamakla. I have to check respectfully so that I don't make a mistake. But someone suggests that even like 2016 and 2020 were manipulated. They were
manipulated.
Yes, we suggested
that as a
by
party.
the MPP, but.